We're live.
We're live. Hi, everyone, and welcome to the Nerdy Up North podcast. It's a nerdy podcast and it's hosted by Northern Nerds. I am one of your hosts, Sam.
And I'm the other host, Paul. And just before we went live, Chris was like, "Oh, can I quickly run off and go for a poo?" We'll go, "No, Chris, you have to sit in the bucket." So if you hear any noises and grunts, it's not ghosties and ghoulies, it's Chris's poo pains.
Sorry, warm my legs up.
Oh, nice.
So hello, new
Nice.
people. This is the Nerdy Up North podcast.
Yeah, hi, everyone. Happy Sunday. We're ready to start a new week. Yay.
New week. I love this season though. It's like the leaves are going brown. It's getting colder. The nights and the mornings are dark. I love it.
Oh, I do love like autumn,
It is
wintry
hibernation season.
Yes, but it is spooky season. All the
Ooh.
monsters and horrible things come out at night. We see less of Lee because he's not allowed to play as much because he's not allowed to be in the streets in dark times because he's dangerously. But yes,
Yeah.
tonight is a fun one. This has been
Yes.
something that I've been wanting to talk about for such a long time, and now we've got a
It's
chance to do
true.
it. Yes. So Sammy, do the works and get the disclaimer out of the way so we can get us shut down as quick as possible.
I mean, at least I don't want that to happen. So
the disclaimer saves us, though.
That's true.
Yeah.
Everything discussed in today's episode is our opinions, and it's our opinions alone. If you'd like to discuss anything from today's episode, please come and join us on the Facebook page, or come and join the Nerdy Up North Discord, or comment section where we can have an open discussion. But what we won't have is anyone coming for us and telling us our opinions are wrong, because we can all agree to disagree in fandom. So let's keep it fun, keep it kind, and keep the toxic behaviour out of nerdism.
Yes, very well said. And we've been trying our best to do that and kind of give us a little bit of a fresh start, not just like saying anything that we're doing, but mainly in the Facebook group. We're trying to get that community atmosphere, the community vibe back, and to say a big welcome to the new two bosses in town, Becca and Sarah Peach, who's going to kick everyone's ass and put everyone in headlocks and give them a good talking to. Because, let's be honest, the old mods, Lee and Chris, they're slacking a little bit. They're not doing as much job. They're causing more trouble than they're worth. So
we needed to bring the wonks in.
We need to bring the wonks in to keep them all under.
Yeah, and to make sure that I don't let bots in.
That's bots in robots, not bots that could be anything distant, like say, because we like bots. Yeah. Like especially, I think Jake's the bot man, isn't he? He loves bots the most.
Robots.
All right.
Yes.
I thought you meant bums.
No, Chris, get your mind out the gutter. Jesus, we're talking about robots. And true Nerdy Up North fashion, I do have the taglines for the movie that we're doing tonight. If nobody knew already, it is the Frighteners.
Yes.
Which I learned today. I can't spell it.
No. I mean, the amount of times I've had to rewrite this title, I was like, oh, just fuck
God
off.
Damn it. Yeah, same here, yeah. So, something has put the fear of death in the living and sent the dead running for their lives.
That's good. I like that one. It's a good start point.
I should have left it for last.
All right, is it going to go downhill now, is it?
I think so, yeah.
Oh.
No rest for the wicked.
Right, okay.
You're going to love the next one. Dead yet?
Is that it?
That's it. Yeah. Right. Next one. Your number's up.
Okay.
It's better than Dead Yet.
Yeah.
It's getting better.
Yeah.
Frightening, isn't it?
Ugh.
This was the 90s as well, remember, so.
Two more. When your number's up, it's up.
Yeah.
Nah. Next one. Death is no way to make a living.
I like that one.
I like that one.
Yeah, that one's all right. That's up there with the first one. I'll give that.
I'm sorry, I do like Dead Yet.
Dead Yet?
The last one reminds us of Dolly Parton, so it makes us like it even more.
I can't even remember what I've just said.
It reminds you of Dolly Parton.
Yeah. Like
Right.
working 9 to 5, dead's no way to make a living.
Right.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
cool. I know
Yeah.
I get you now.
Yeah.
You would think they would go with something from the makers of the guy that did Brain Dead. Or did they just want to just pretend Peter Jackson
They
didn't make that
want,
movie?
yeah, they're really focused on Heavenly Creatures
Mhm.
rather than Brain Dead.
Right,
So
okay.
Heavenly Creatures is featured. There's little tidbits of that movie sprinkled in this one because they want you to forget
Mhm.
that that's the type of movie he used to do.
Yeah. Because
I've
this,
never seen that.
yeah, because this was his bit. I know Sammy's going to come out with all the facts and things, but
All of them.
from what I can remember as well, this was his kind of like little tester movie before
Yes.
Lord of the Rings, just to make sure
People
if
can
we can get
go.
the practical effects, like what we can do or CGI can do.
Yeah.
So this was his little
And
foray into movie making, shall we say?
it is. And to be honest, if you don't have this movie, you
Mhm.
don't have a certain Hobbit come join the cast.
No, okay.
Oh, yeah, because, well, as we know, Sean Astin goes on to play Samwise Gamgee in Lord of the Rings.
Mhm.
His daddy, John Astin,
Yes.
is the judge.
Oh yeah.
And he could not speak more highly of working with Peter Jackson. So when the opportunity came up for him to audition for it, he went, "You've got to do it. You've got to go and work with Peter."
Mhm.
And there you go. History is
Ah,
then made. So it's John Astin you need to thank for.
yeah. Gomez Adams
Is
did well.
is
Mhm.
John Aston? Isn't there something like he's not biologically related? He's like
No, it's not.
adopted,
He,
so
he adopted him. Yeah, he
right.
was married to his mother when he was really young and adopted him. But they are father and son.
Yeah, yeah.
They there's no, yeah,
Yeah.
they have a lovely relationship. But he has a beautiful relationship with his mother, father, and his mother and father still, even though divorced, still have a lovely relationship.
To be fair, Sean Astin just seems the most healthiest, well brought up person ever. So
Honest,
yeah.
for a
Yeah.
nepo baby,
Mhm.
it could have gone
Yeah.
so wrong, and especially with the fame he got at such a young age.
Yeah.
But no, he managed it. He's so grounded. He's
Mm.
so aware of his own mental health. And like I think I've mentioned before, he did a beautiful podcast with Michael Rosenbaum
Mhm.
on his, and he's just so aware of himself. He's lovely. Can't
Yeah.
speak more highly of him.
No, I agree because he's like spoken out many a times about mental health, depression,
Hmm.
and like he's a big advocate for the fans and stuff to speak
Yeah.
out and talk to him about as well. So that's again, I love the man. Yeah, the guy. He is one of my favorite. Like if I ever got to speak to people, like if you got a list, he would be number one or two on that list. If I ever got the chance to have a conversation with. So one day, but yeah,
One day.
1996 this came out, and surprisingly enough, this was a massive flop.
Hugely.
Yeah.
And it's all down to the studio.
Right. Okay.
So they wanted to push for a Halloween release.
Mm-hmm.
And Sir Peter Jackson, was really pushing for it. And the studio was like, "Oh no, we're gonna do it. We're gonna do it in the summer. It's gonna be a summer blockbuster."
Mm-hmm.
It fucking wasn't. And
No.
also, this movie isn't technically finished.
Right. Okay.
So what we have is
Mm-hmm.
what was sent to the studio, and they just went, "Yes, this, 100% this. We want this." And Peter Jackson was going, "It's not finished yet."
Right.
There's so much that's been cut out, so much with
Mm.
the judge,
Yeah.
the graveyard scene especially.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there's so much that has been taken out because there's so much influence in this movie and actual real stories as well.
Mm-hmm.
That yeah, Peter Jackson never got to really finish his movie.
Well, Chris was telling me earlier he has an interesting fact about this as well.
Ooh, go on.
Do
So
I?
it's about the movie being cut and things being cut out of this film for the censors reason.
Oh yeah, it's in the. I think they didn't want. Was it for UK censor? Where do you know when they're in the asylum and the last shoots the door a couple of times? I
Mm-hmm.
think she shot it too many times and they had to take it out,
Mm-hmm.
but it to lower the age rating.
Mm-hmm.
So the studio said, "Nah, it doesn't matter anyway." So he kind of took the huff a bit and then made one of the death scenes more brutal. And I think that it's the grandma.
Mm-hmm.
It's death. Do you know when she died in the bed and she was stabbed up?
Yeah.
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's it. I
Mm-hmm.
don't know because the where I read it didn't actually say.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's
Now, with this movie as well, It's when I first watched it, because as Sammy said, there was big mistakes with the studio advertisement campaigns. It was not the movie that I was expecting. If this movie came out now, I think it would have been a more of a success than it would in 1990, because this was basically advertised as, like I say, a light-hearted comedy or like a fun romping type thing. It's not. It is a dark comedy. There's, like I say, humor in it, but the horror aspect is the strong point, and that's where they're kind of focused on. I think if it got brought out now, they would have, like I say, make it a little bit more darker. Well, there would be like cleaner effects, and I don't mean that a negative, because the special effects in this is really well done, especially the practical effects as well. But I do think this would be better received if it came out now, especially with the tone. And I think, again, this might be down to audiences as well. The audience isn't used to seeing, or wasn't ready, or even couldn't even see Michael J. Fox as a bellend, because he is a bellend in this movie. Like, he's got redeeming features, but for the majority of this movie, he's not a nice person.
No, he's totally unrecognizable. This is not Marty McFly. It's so bizarre. When I was watching it today, I was like, God, it's not even him. He was always front runner. He was always going to be the person they wanted. They wrote the whole script around him. However, they did have a backup and a backup and a backup just in case he said no. You want to know who the backups were? There's one of them who was absolutely fucking hilarious.
Right, okay.
So Tom Cruise is your first one.
Oh, no. No, Lee would wank out with that, but no, not me.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
It would have been totally different. It would have been more action than it would be horror.
Yeah.
Matthew Broderick. We all know how I feel about Matthew Broderick.
Yeah,
no.
I know. Well, I think he would do a good role for that. This type of thing. Sad sack, like, survived a car crash.
Hey, it's life imitating art, imitating life. The next one being Johnny Depp.
No, I don't think I would.
It's not a Tim Burton film.
Yeah.
No.
Mm-hmm.
You just hit on another one of my thingies. John Cusack. And I love John Cusack, but I don't know. He's too wiry for me.
Yeah, he doesn't do Lost. Like, if you watch him in High Fidelity, John Cusack is sad, puppy dog, moody. I remember when you hadn't seen that film as well, and that made you much pleasure.
I loved that movie. He's so grungy, and he's so, but he can do like wiry, and he's like, oh no, I can't see him playing this, even though I do love him. The last one, I don't even know where the mindset of people went for this casting. Danny DeVito.
Yes, would have been perfect.
The love story might not have made sense towards the end, but
his love story in Friends doesn't make sense either. So it's fine.
Can we do
the 90s?
Can we have an Always Sunny version of the Frighteners then, please?
You mentioned Burton. There was two other directors who were in line to do this. Zemeckis was really interested in Tim Burton,
right,
and also Sam Raimi.
Yeah, This would have been an all-out horror film if it was Sam Raimi. That's the thing.
It would have been a fucking eye fest. Like,
does that mean Bruce Campbell would have been the lead?
Possibly, yeah. That would work though. I would like that.
That would work.
Yeah, Bruce Campbell from Bubba Hotep as but I wouldn't mind that one. I think Tim Burton. I think because we were talking before, this movie would have probably been compared too much like Beetlejuice, especially if Burton got his fingertips on it.
There's so much. The opening scene of it with the house, when you panning up to the house, it so looks like Burton in a way. There's just, but not fully recognized as Burton, but there is something there. This movie actually initially it doesn't. So Zemeckis is obviously the producer of it. And it was conceived initially as a Tales from the Crypt episode.
Okay.
But then it kind of spiraled and went to the way that it did. But that was quite interesting, because I was like, I could kind of see that as well. I could see this kind of shortened down, because it's such a clever, good story.
It is, and I think we like commented like before we went live. The writing in this movie is so clever and so keeps you on the ball. Remember this is in the 90s where the twists movie or the twist ending or the twists were absolutely huge in the 90s. Like everyone was trying to do like that kind of fad. Like you had The Usual Suspects, The Sixth Sense. This one does it a little bit more subtly, where the change up isn't more as like I didn't see that coming. But it was still quite a interesting like way of doing it and trying to
Hmm.
portray who's the bad guy, who's the good guy, and it just shows you that in the real world, not that it's all the tones of grey. Like nobody's holier than like whiter than white. Everyone's got a little
Yeah.
bit of darkness. Everyone's doing things for their own personal gain. Everyone's doing stuff for the reason. Like um the lass who's Patricia, who's locked away, you think she is the victim. She's been manipulated by other things when she's like just as nuts as basically Jake Busey's character Johnny Bartlett. It's
Yeah.
like
Dee Wallace.
mhm,
Dee Wallace is only cast in this. Not only. Dee Wallace is a fantastic actress, and the range on her is unreal. But it is E.T.
mhm,
that they look at because they think that. Because I don't think Dee is. For all Dee would be recognized now in the horror
mhm.
realm, I don't know if that's the case back then.
No.
So they looked at E.T. and went, "Oh, look, a
Mhm,
homely mother.
mhm,
No one's going to think she's a psychopath, crazy person.
mhm,
Let's cast her." And Dee does it fantastic.
mhm,
But that whole story with Bartlett
mhm.
and her is real.
Right. It felt like a Mallory and like from Natural Born Killers.
I
It's
get that. Very Bonnie and Clyde.
yeah.
But yeah, it's actually based on the killing spree of Charles Starkweather,
Right.
who murdered 11 people in Nebraska and Wyoming in 1958.
All right.
Um, and she Sorry, Amazon's just come and bust through my door. And she
What's in the
is
box,
based
Sammy? What's in the box?
vitamins.
Oh, it's not
Oh,
She
Gwyneth Paltrow's head, anyone.
I fucking hope not. She was based off his real life girlfriend who, up until whenever, kind of said, I had nothing to
Mhm,
do with this, and then was turned out she actually did. So
right.
yeah, it's that one. That whole story is based
Mhm,
off a true events, which I thought was really, really interesting. It's probably my favorite part of the movie
mhm.
is them two.
Yeah, and it feels like there's three different movies all melded into one. And sometimes when you get a movie like that, you can
Aye.
tell and it feels clunky. This didn't feel clunky, but you could tell there was different aspects. You got the Michael J. Fox one. He was going through the redemption thing. You had the young couple, like the doctor and her, like trying to like get out of the thing, and like the whole side quest with one of the most bizarre FBI agents that I've seen in a movie, which is just fucking unreal. Like at times,
Jeffrey Combs.
is just unreal, like
I love
brilliantly.
Jeffrey Combs.
But then you get the serial killer aspect, and that's when the movie takes flight and actually starts grabbing you a bit more. Because not saying it's a you get lost, but the it spends a lot of time trying to build up or lead to where you wanted to go with this one. Like you think,
Yeah.
oh, it's going to be like almost like a jokey Casper type movie with the ghosts and
Yeah.
how daft and stupid they are. But again, it's an interesting one as well because Michael J. Fox, Frank Bannister, is playing basically like a schneidy con man
He's a
on
con man, kind of.
a gift that he's got, like seeing like the dead and being able to interact with them, but using that in a way where it's like fleecing people. But I, and again, I think they tried so hard in this movie to get you to like kind of not like Michael J. Fox. It's just so hard not to like him. That's the
Yeah.
problem.
No, I totally get that. I love Jeffrey Combs in this
Mm.
movie. He really took some artistic liberties with his look. Um
yeah.
he really yeah, the hairstyle is very much styled of Adolf Hitler. He
Yeah.
wore black contact lenses
Right.
to make his eyes look,
Hmm.
dead.
Hmm.
He's just such a fascinating character. I used to get him and the guy who played Toombs mixed up so many times.
All right. Yeah.
It's just something until I saw Green Mile, I was like, oh, okay, they're definitely not the same person.
I think when I was younger, after seeing this, I got him and Marty McFly's dad mixed up. So I thought I was like,
Oh, okay,
I was like,
it's the hair.
yeah, I was like, how the hell has they managed to get them to work together? Doesn't he hate him?
Yeah, it's the hair. The
Does he hate
people.
them?
He hates
They
anything to do
don't.
with Back to the Future. He won't
Yeah,
have like, ooh, there's so much bad
nothing.
blood.
So
Is
much.
that because his son had sex with his wife?
Kinda, but yeah, it's all about money. He thought he was worth more
Money.
than he was, and they just recast him. And he sued the company, basically for using his likeness or using an actor that thing, and said, "I wasn't bothered that the recast us. It's the fact that you used someone that looked so much like us, and people thought I was a bad actor." So he sued the
Yeah,
company and won.
he did. He won
Yeah.
a lot of money.
Yeah.
People spoke so highly of Peter Jackson in this movie, so much that Dee Wallace will forever be grateful for him. Her husband, Christopher Stone, actually died during production of this movie,
Right.
which was forcing her to go back and forth from New Zealand to the United States quite a bit.
Mm-hmm.
They were nothing but accommodating. What she then found out afterwards was that it was Peter who was paying for her flights the whole time
Mm-hmm.
to get her backwards and
Yeah.
forwards to he's just there's so much good that man does that I don't think people like hardly realize.
Yeah.
Just to nothing to do with this movie, but him personally, he put up not the entire but the majority of the money for the West Memphis 3 defense trial.
Mm-hmm.
Like the defense, he paid for the majority of that because he doesn't like bullies.
Mm-hmm.
And he wanted a way to help, and him and Fran helped so much. Fran's obviously Dame Fran Walsh, is involved in this movie as well, which you wouldn't expect her not to be, would you?
Mm-hmm.
If he's there, she's going to be there. But the more I read about this movie, there was just it was one lovely story after the next.
Yeah. It's a strange one because, as I said, this was a massive flop, but it put Peter Jackson in the spotlight for, like I say, the movie studios, the people like who he worked with, that he was, as I said, the only choice for like the Lord of the Rings movies when they came up,
Yeah,
because it was like, how are we going to get this to work? He had built that, like say, so much like goodwill or friendship because of the like starting point in this movie, that
100%.
they trusted him with such a thing. Because if you think about like his record before this, before Lord of the Rings, sorry, he's, I hate to use the
He's a
term,
good,
he's a B movie director at
yeah,
best.
at
And
best.
yeah, and the performance in this, again, this could have been a B movie, but for the people involved, like as I said, the Dee Wallace, the one of the ghosts, Chi McBride, who played Cyrus,
Yeah.
he was brilliant.
He's fantastic. I love him.
The judge, John Aston, is one of the standout. There is a very uncomfortable scene in this movie with the judge, which I thought was like probably wouldn't play out well
Oh,
if
yeah.
in today's
Yeah, I know what you
society,
mean.
when he sees one of the mummies in the sarcophagus and is going, oh, I'll go in, and
Oh yeah.
he starts banging the mummy, but then says, I love it when they just lie still. I was like, oh, can you take that line out, please? Yeah.
Yeah. You saw right though with Peter Jackson's how he goes on from this to what he does next, and it starts with Weta Digital Limited,
Mhm.
who literally had one computer,
Yeah.
and their capacity went up to 35 computers in order to meet the visual effects demand for this movie. But because of that,
Mm-hmm.
because they made that investment in this movie, it helped when it came down to the fellowship and the starting point of being able to piece together what he wanted to do for Lord of the Rings.
Yeah.
So it really is without this movie.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not just the work he's done, it's the background work that he does lays the foundation for what's to come. He's just, I just love this man so much.
Oh, let's not talk about the Walken movie too much, though. Uh,
Right, let's talk more about it.
Yeah, let's talk all about it.
but yeah, but again, if you look at this movie now, this is going to surprise you as well. So, 1996,
Mm-hmm.
this is the time of the blockbusters where money was getting pumped into like films. Like think about like Jurassic Park, like I said, it was the horror of like resurgence, but like a lot of money was going into these big movies. And if you look at the special effects now, like in this movie, you would think this would be close to like about 80 to 100 million pound budget. 26 million.
It's not a great deal, really,
No.
especially with like the makeup, visual effects. The makeup is Rick Baker.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Like you can't knock Rick's work, really, can you?
No.
Score is done by Danny Elfman. Which he did because I think it was a chance meeting that they had, and he went, "I want to work with you on your next movie," and he went, "Ideal, because my next movie is," and that's how they came about. And do you not think that's why because the opening of Beetlejuice is very similar to the opening of this?
Yeah.
The build up with the music to the house, and
I think it was intentional that way as well, because
you
it's kind of
reckon?
trying to give that type of vibe. But
I'm happy for it. I'm not mad at it.
Oh no, like again, if we look through this whole thing and look through the special effects in this movie, watching it with brand new eyes and watching it in HD this morning, there's probably only two parts I would say, ooh, could it like if they did it now. One is when the Reaper's looking through the wall. That's very much, you can tell that's an 80s, 90s special effect where the wall's moving. If they use practical, we'll just use the rubber wall, it might have worked thing, but again, a bit more expensive. The other bit is when you see Michael J. Fox blasting the Reaper with the machine guns, and he splats and he starts splatting the face, and it changes from this like horror face to Gary Busey's face. It's very CGI and very like not Gary Busey. He's sorry, Jake Busey. Sorry, Jake. You get kind of mixed up with the teeth.
You do. It's the teeth.
But them are the bits that hasn't aged well. But then you go back to like the practical effects they use, like the jawbone on the judge when that.
Oh my god, that jawbone!
It is absolutely phenomenal. And like things where he sprays the fly spray and I've forgotten the nerdy ghost face, shall we call him, like one of us.
Yeah.
And it kind of
dissolves. Is it Stuart? Because I kept calling him Ned.
Ned
so he just looks like a Ned. Yeah. Do you know what really makes me a little bit icky is the ectoplasm that's coming from their eyes and that. It's like, oh, I don't.
That's the details I love about that. Like,
I know.
How clever this is. It's not just like, oh, we just got a ghost making them look white. It's like, and it's
they've got snot and
and
like, well, maybe he's not the judge.
Not the judge.
who's
all dried up now. But then you get the arsehole Ray, who dies, like is one of the first people who die in it. And when he becomes the ghost, it's like he's like the most self-centered ghost you'll ever meet. But
it's when he comes face to face with himself in the coffin, I just burst out laughing. I was like, oh, you serve yourself right. And did you say earlier that you agreed with Ray? Or you can sympathise with Ray?
I can sympathise with him and I can see where he's coming from, because imagine you moved to, I don't know, Northumberland 3 months ago, started a new job and everything, got a white picket fence, really nice house. And then some arsehole, he's driving like a maniac, smashes into your fence. What would you do?
Yeah.
And he's just like,
but then tries to fleece him as well.
And then he comes and he's just like, oh yeah, I'll look through me fake binocular. Yeah, you're riddled with ghosts here. And then he pushes a toaster down and he's just like, right, we'll call it even for the fence, yeah? And then runs over your prize gnomes on the way out. I'd be like, yeah, I'm pissed off at them too.
Your prize gnomes. There's only a Northumberland bloke coming out like from Chris that would say prize gnomes on this podcast.
I've got a prize gnome. I would be happy.
What's your gnome called?
It doesn't have a name, but Finley painted as a nice little gnome when he was younger.
No, that's fine. I'm not going to make fun of that.
No, I'm not going to make fun of your son doing that.
That's why I said it. And
he knows, doesn't he?
What's she called? Lucy's the lass, isn't she? Dr. Lucy. She doesn't grieve for her husband very much.
No, she does not. No, she does not. She moves on very quickly.
Oh.
I think she was
All right,
looking
then.
for a
is he?
way. I
Oh,
think
well.
she was looking for a way out though, and
I know, but you don't need it. I mean, come on, give some time for him to go cold a bit. You don't need to like go and jump at the first person
Yeah,
you meet. And Chris, was this the first time you'd seen this?
probably, yeah. I'd only seen clips of it of like the ghost sergeant and stuff.
mhm.
No, what you
But
told
this is
me
the first
last
time I
night.
watched it properly
What
through.
you told me last night had me in absolute stitches.
Oh, yeah, I cannot say that.
No, you can't at
Oh,
all. But oh my god, yeah, Lee. Oh god, what's his name? Lee Emery.
R.E.L.E. Emery
R
from not
full
Full Metal
For
Jacket.
Metal Jacket.
Yeah.
full
Yeah.
R Lee Emery. That's it. Oh my goodness.
Aye.
Mhm.
They kind of fought for him.
Mhm.
He wasn't too sure because it was like obviously New Zealand and traveling, and yeah,
Mhm.
they really fought for him to be in this movie, and it's
No
so
one else can play
good.
him.
No.
No, nobody can do that.
Yeah.
Not
It's
as good as him.
he's just like when you think of that really strict like gunnery sergeant or whatever in front of a cadet, you think of him like
Mhm.
Yeah,
breaking people's balls and being coming out all these scenes, which is probably off the top of his head as
yeah,
well.
yeah. I actually remember watching it. This is something that I've watched with Anth. He
Mhm.
introduced us to it, so it's got to been in the last
Mhm.
19 years. Um, so, but I think it was the same night we watched Fright Night, the
Right.
remake.
All right. So.
So we watched Fright Night and this at the same time.
Mm.
We've done some good double features like that before. We did Adventures in Babysitting and the Monster Squad in the
Right.
same night.
Oh,
That was good.
yeah. What surprised me as well, like when you're watching it back now, well, back then in 1996, you don't notice like all these different people or who's in it.
Mm.
But the actual cast was phenomenal. Like
Mm-hmm.
the guy who played the Sheriff Walt Perry, like it's one of those actors that you won't know the name of, but you'll have
But you
seen
know
him.
the face.
You'll
Yeah.
see him because he always plays the police officer or anything, and it was quite interesting to see a sheriff that had common sense as well, because it's like, oh, there's suspicious circumstances around these people being killed, but how can Michael J. Fox's character be physically killing these people? It's like an impossibility, and the sheriff doesn't kind of believe in the movie magic where it's like, oh, he must be the killer. He's like trying to take it like as a sensible approach as well, and that was quite refreshing to see that from
Yeah.
like the police as well.
What a kind of
Troy.
competent policeman.
Yeah, and like
Yeah.
you never get, because if you watch all these horror movies, like if you watch like the Scream movies now, like Dewey is a police officer. I'm sorry, Dewey would never pass the like any type of police.
No. Good God, no. How he even made the forces beyond me. Troy Evans is the actor, and I nearly killed him off. I genuinely thought he died earlier this year, and he didn't.
Right.
But he has been in like
Mhm.
his. He is one of the. You are so right. He's one of those people who you're like, oh, I don't know the guy's name, but I can picture him in nearly everything. His credit of work is ridiculous.
Mm-hmm.
It's I've
Demolition
got his.
Man.
Demolition Man, Ace Ventura, The Stand, Under Siege, Twin Peaks, My Blue Heaven, Halloween 5,
Mm-hmm. I don't think he's
Teen
not
Wolf. Did I say Teen Wolf?
like, see, I don't think there's a franchise out there or like a movie that hasn't got him or even like close to it,
Even
especially in the
Loathing.
90s or the 80s as well.
Yeah, the last thing he did was Bosch.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what that is. Yeah, he was
The drill, I
really good.
think.
All right. I loved his last bit where he wanted to write a book, and he's like. But it's when he goes, oh, I think your guardian angel might be able to help you. And he's like, good one, Frank.
And you see Coombs sitting in the back thing.
Oh my God, Jeffrey Combs.
But the one that surprised me, and she's having kind of like a career high at the moment, is Melanie Linsky, who plays one of the deputies. You see her in the background and she just says something, but she's played like she's the main character in Yellow Jackets.
Oh
She's
my God, it's Rose. I wish people would just say Rose, because then I'll know who you're talking about.
yeah,
Yes.
it's
Sorry.
she played the crazy one out of Two and a Half Men.
Rose.
She's been in The Last of Us as one of the main bad guys as well. So
She was also married to Jimmy Simpson.
all right,
Yes.
your friend.
Now she's married to John Ritter's son. I think he's called Jason Ritter.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's with Jason Ritter. We
Oh.
literally have just had the same conversation on Monsters, which you'll get to see tomorrow.
But that's why I love like these type of
I didn't
movies
know
as well.
she was in this.
Yeah, she was just like as a deputy playing in the background when they were looking around. I was like, fuck, that's I recognize her. But the cast and everything
Okay.
was great, and everything how the movie kind of plays out. As I said, even in the parts. But as soon as the serial killer angle kicks in, I love the theme with the numbers on the forehead as well. I thought like that was just
Yeah.
horrible, and that's where it kind of leads you back in when you see these people who die of the heart failures have the numbers, and they're gradually a lot higher than what they were expecting as well. And
Yeah.
because they do like to tie up all the loose ends in these type of movies as well, and Peter Jackson is quite a good one to do that. When you find out this kind of the backstory of Michael J. Fox's character Frank, and how um, in a car crash he blames himself for his wife dying, and you
Yeah.
find out that's not the case, and what happened to it, it makes the film hit a bit harder because there is a few jokes in this as well, but it's so dark, and this could have went two ways. It's I know someone said in the chat earlier this could be in the same level of Ghostbusters, where I've said many a times if you take the jokes out of Ghostbusters, Ghostbusters is a really scary horror film.
Did you notice the little nod to Ghostbusters in this?
Which one? Go on, look at how cheery now.
It's a nice shooting, Tex.
Right.
Pete
Oh,
Venkman
I
says
didn't notice
it.
Yeah.
that.
Yeah,
No.
it's a little nod. It's a little nod to Ghostbusters.
But wasn't that all the spooky films in the 90s did? Because, like, say, if you look at the Casper cameo where you've got Dan Aykroyd as.
Oh shit! Yeah, I
is it,
forgot about. Honestly, I have not seen that movie probably since it came out.
Dan Aykroyd with a
Also,
tash was one of the strangest things you'll ever see.
I don't want to see that. Also, Michael J. Fox calls and I think they kept it in the movie as well. He calls the judge Doc.
Right. Oh, bless
Yeah.
him.
Yeah, I'm sure that they kept that in too.
But,
And what you were talking about earlier with the scene, the scene that was cut out for it being too gruesome was Jeffrey Combs' death scene.
right.
Oh, right,
It
right.
wasn't gonna make it was gonna knock the rating off or something like that. He originally died of a gunshot wound to the chest, which was changed in post production to his head exploding.
Oh, yes. That was a very tame explosion as well, I think.
Yeah.
Because
Well,
it just like disappeared and then there was a bit of splatter.
also during Ray's funeral, you can see in the background Frank Bannister's house is burning to the ground.
Right.
It's because the set production was done with it and just fucking flung the.
Said, right, we'll just set it on fire.
Yeah, let's save some time, shoot this scene, and get rid of that house.
To be fair, it was a
Oh,
half-built house anyway, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was pretty much falling apart.
now, this is not me putting a slight on the movie at all. This is me. This is one of like my favorite films, especially like say rewatching it. I still enjoy it now. Did the movie feel long to you guys when you've watched it back now?
Yeah, I got a shock this morning when I put it on, and it was like 2 hours.
It's close to. It's like I think it's like about 5 or 10 minutes away from 2 hour mark.
Oh.
But it felt longer. But I think that's because the first half of the movie is very slow paced. Which again I don't mind because there's certain movies that you can like. It's like a roller coaster. You're going up, going up, going up, then. But I think the middle part not the middle part. When they start kicking off, it goes so quick, but then it slows down again. So you kind of like
Yeah.
It just depends on how they finish it or how they move the movie as well. But I think if they were going to make this now, or if they did make it then, this and it's interesting where you're saying this was going to be like part of a show. I think as a TV show, this would have worked so much better, just because of all the different elements in there.
There's a lot going on.
Definitely.
Yeah, there's a lot.
Well, it is like three different parts. Well, it did feel a bit long, but I kind of wanted to drop one of them and expand on one of them more because the first half is the con man phase. Then there's the investigating, and then it turns into kind of a horror film. And I kind of wish they picked two of them either went more on the con man game or went more on the investigation and, expanded a bit. So I think it felt longer because it was like something you get interested in, like him going around houses and doing exorcisms,
Yeah.
and then they just drop that and forget about it. It's never mentioned again.
Yeah,
And
no.
then they move on to the next.
Yeah, because there was stuff that I wanted to know about. Like, I know it was just basically a piss take, but the equipment he used, that was quite interesting
Yeah.
because it was like, oh, how did he invent that? How did he look? Did he just find something off the internet that kind of did this as a practical
Well, he
thing?
wouldn't have the internet, would he? Wasn't
No,
really a thing.
very true. The fact that I keep forgetting now. Back
Yeah.
then, it wouldn't have been the internet. Might have been dial up, but I don't think he would have had it there. Um,
Be
it's
watching Most Haunted.
Yeah,
that,
watching shit like that. Um, did you know?
did you know
Did you know? It's, there's a book.
there's a book?
There is a book. Yes, there
Is
is a
it based on a
complete
book?
No, it's not based on a book.
Right.
Right.
The book, I think the book come afterwards. In the novelization, which is based on an earlier draft of the screenplay, newspaper editor Magda and reporter Steve had bigger roles. The duo showed up at the restaurant where Magda got drunk and proceeded to antagonize both Frank and Lucy. She wasn't at the museum. It was at the restaurant where Frank saw the ethereal number etched on her forehead. He later showed up at her home, interrupting Magda's seduction of Steve. The young reporter left and the Reaper burst in, fearing that Frank was trying to kill her. Magda ran off into the woods where her death played out similar to the film. Later, Frank would be sharing a jail cell with Steve, who was picked up for drink driving. So yes, there was an actual book.
All right, that's interesting as well because as Chris said, there's interesting. Well, everything in its parts was quite interesting. You kind of got stuck on one, then moved in. Same with the characters, like the reporter characters at the start. I thought they were going to play a bigger role and have more of an importance. I know when she gets killed, that's him going to jail, but I didn't have the emotional punch when they did die
No.
because it was kind of like, is that meant to be a big moment? Is it could have been a big moment, but that could have been down to how what was chopped out or what was left in or what they moved around in the script as well. But that's why I think
Yeah.
it would have worked really well as a TV show as well because you would have got the elements, you would have got the growth. Because in a Toho movie, there's so much going on and so much packed in, and so much interesting stuff as well. Like I would love to know like what other stuff he did like for the ghost hunting or how far he was going to go to get his house rebuilt for his partner, for his wife, and see that relationship as well. Um, Again, the only thing that not felt forced, but it felt a bit strange is like almost like the climatic scene when you get the final battle between like say Johnny Bartlett and Frank when Frank's dead and his ghost form then drags her like like Patricia's ghost out of her body without killing her, like seemingly killing her without any explanation, saying, "Can ghosts
Yeah,
do that as well?"
apparently
Yeah.
so.
Yeah.
Apparently so. I was thinking that's a bit far fetched. But talking of ghost forms, I love the work that is put into when Michael J. Fox is being ragged all around the road and being driven on, and it's watching it on my telly.
on your small screen.
Yeah, it's tiny. I don't know what people are talking about. It's so small. It
Small
look
screen the pictures.
it looked perfect
Yeah.
though. They did this. You would think this it might look a bit Harry
No.
Potterish. You know,
No.
like that the Harry Potter. Even
Mm.
Jackson did it in Lord of the Rings. He uses that Harry Potter element of movement. That I think I always remember Orlando Bloom just looking weird coming off a big giant elephant or
Yeah,
something.
it's
You
kind
know,
of
you know,
it's a Spider-Man effect, like Spider-Man when he's going.
yes,
It
yes.
doesn't look
It looks
right.
weird,
Yeah.
but that's not the case at all in this. It's flawless. It's seamless.
You
Like
know
that,
what it
you can
reminds
see
us
all the
of?
marks. What?
Roger Rabbit.
Oh shit! Yes.
Similar type of feel and thing. I think it was using that type of effects. I got like especially like during the slapstick moments, I got big Roger Rabbit vibes from it. But again, similar movie at the time that came out was a little bit darker than what people wanted because they thought it was going to be a kids movie. Now it's revered. I hope because if there is still, because you know how Peter Jackson likes to tinker, he likes to like add stuff or finish stuff. Like how many versions of Lord of the Rings is there now? like, like
not enough.
Oh, yeah. But
I only say that because Chris is here and I've got backup. Otherwise, I'll just kept my mouth shut.
But I would love them to like to redo this, and if it's not fully his vision the way he wanted to do, I think now would be the time, especially like with the technology and stuff. I don't know what like because I know Michael J. Fox is like hugely unwell at the moment. But I know he probably, but I just think it's rife for like an updated version. Not like remaking it, but like if they've got these scenes or things that they can like polish off or clean up type thing.
Yeah.
I think they should have done a remake of this or a revamped teleseries or something along the line so Michael J. Fox doesn't have to be in it because I don't think he would. But instead of Beetlejuice.
Instead of Beetlejuice.
Yeah, I'd rather have Beetlejuice. I'd rather have this than Beetlejuice. I think it's more of a good film.
No,
I'm just trying to see if Peter's actually doing anything. Like,
I don't think he has to anymore, does he? Really?
No, you're right. You're right. You're so right. His Wikipedia page is like broken up into like the splatter era, the coming out of the splatter era, the wetter stage, the wetter like going into the Frighteners and going into Lord of the Rings, and then it's Hollywood. And he did a lot of Beatles documentaries and reworks as well.
No,
I guess because the studio he's got, it's like he could put his hand to anything really.
Well, if you think about it, like the good portion of his life was focused on one area or one set of movies, and then he got to make the film that he always wanted to do, which was King Kong, and then what else is in for him too? Like I know it sounds really like it sounds really bad, but it must be hard to basically go, what can I do to top this thing? Because every project's going to be compared to that aspect as well. So again, you can do personalized projects or just do the little ones. Because, but with this, I just think there's so much to it, and as Chris said, there's it's a great movie, but there's an amazing movie in there that needs to that could be like pulled out of this. That's the thing.
It was the
Well, what was Sammy saying before, where they just took the first draft where it wasn't even finished? He could come back and do it the way he wanted it to.
It was the museum scene
that
was heavily cut and affected, and I'm just reading here the Roger Ebert expressed disappointment, stating that incredible effect has resulted in a film that looks more like a demo reel than a movie.
Yeah, you can get that because there's amazing highlights, like the original haunt scene where you see the bed spinning and see like for some reason a weird chicken with a lamp like going across the thing, which if you're thinking about it in a horror movie would be fucking terrifying.
Yeah, well. Also, Jackson launched legal proceedings against New Zealand Listener magazine for defamation over a review of The Frighteners, which claimed that the film was built from the rubble of other people's movies.
Right.
Now that we know is not fucking true.
No. But that's the thing, you can see certain influences or where he's taken like homage from. But no, there's
and that was the time. This obviously he gets that as a kick in the teeth. And I don't know if people know, I think Paul does because I've probably told him, King Kong was actually before Lord of the Rings. And he got King Kong shelved by Universal Studios just after that lawsuit. So just after this film comes out, King Kong gets shelved because Mighty Joe Young and Godzilla comes out.
Yeah.
So it's like another kick in the teeth. Like
it's amazing.
But he got to do it. He got to do it. He got to do it, and he got to do it with all that technology that he's getting from Lord of the Rings, like you know, silver linings and everything.
But it's amazing when movies do get like come out like that, and like there's I don't know if Hollywood has plans or if when the studios plan to do a movie, like similar type of movies always come out. Like I always use like Ants and Bugs Life as a reference. They came
I'll
out
never
pretty much
understand that.
come out at the same time. A Deep
But what do
Impact,
you prefer?
yeah, Bugs Life. Um, Deep Impact and Armageddon, again, another films that were coming out at the same time. Um, this one again has a similar thing because I mentioned it as well. This came out in 1986. Casper came out in 1995. So again, I
Mhm.
know different type of movie when you think about it. Casper's very TV friend, like kid friendly, but it's basically like a similar type of thing. The effects were quite similar used in Casper compared to like this and like the look and the feel of the ghosts. So again,
Oh, uh-huh.
it's studios kind of thinking, oh, it's this big studio doing a thing about ghosts. What have we got that we can counteract it?
Yeah.
It's mhm,
No, but I'm just thinking there because I look at it with us doing all these screeners and reviews at the moment. I'm kind of trying to look with a bit of a different eye, especially when it comes to the cinematography and the colors that are used
mhm,
in movies and how that represents feelings.
mhm,
And just when you were talking there, I could picture Casper and I could picture this and I could see the exact same color palette
mhm,
running through both of them. So I get what you mean by
yeah.
that.
And talking about color palettes as well, because Chris had a very good point earlier. Like I don't
Did
normally
he?
have credits. He probably didn't say it on the
Did
podcast
he?
because we were talking. He has said he prefers this over Beetlejuice, which is fine.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, why do you think Beetlejuice, like as I said, is known as one of the greatest like kind of like comedy horror films ever made, and this is kind of like on the shelf because arguably again, if anyone listens to this and they are a Tim Burton fan, this movie is better written than Beetlejuice. Just
Yes.
saying out there. Some of the effects, not
Mm.
all of them, because there is practical effects in Beetlejuice that are just like
Mind
amazing.
blown.
Some of the effects used in this are better than Beetlejuice, but the tones are completely different. The colors are completely different. Like well, it's Burton-esque. So Burton has bright colors when needs to be and shine things and knows how to market and or we can make a figure or this will get sold, this will get sell. The Frighteners, you weren't going to get any action figures from this. The tones in this movie like are very muted. There is only one kind of scene that's done with bright colors. It's when Frank's kind of like going like in like possession, like going backwards in time in the 60s and seeing the murder spree, and that's shot in like almost like Technicolor compared to everything else
Mm.
in this movie. Like everything else is so flat, dull.
Yeah.
Because you imagine if Tim Burton got like as you said, if he did get a hand of this, like the house that Frank ran into, like thing that would have been like Edward Scissorhand
Oh,
hats, that would have been bright
yes.
fluorescent.
It would
This,
have it would have had that pastelly,
mm,
and then the house that she lived in with her mother
mm,
Jagged edges.
would have been monochrome.
mm,
Yeah,
mm,
Burton would have, but you could see the changes that Burton would have or could have made to it.
mm.
Um, did anyone else? Sorry, while this is playing on my mind, the mother. Did
Mm.
anyone else get the vibe of the mother in Braindead?
I got Cinderella.
Really?
Cinderella's mother, when she locks him up like that nasty stepmother. Like, oh, Cinderella can't come out to play that, but I think that was the vibe that kind of wanted to broadcast because from the start they wanted you to think that she was going to be the big bad guy. But now you said Brain Dead, I do see it as well.
Do you know what? I got Dracula
Mhm.
only because of the hair, where it's
Right,
like in that
Bram
style.
That
Stoker.
kind of, yeah,
Think,
yeah. I
And the
get what
Is
you
two
that
mean
two
Gary
by that.
pups.
Oldman? Gary Oldman's playing the mother in this. He can do anything.
He can. He's a chameleon. Yeah, I just got such brain, and then I was thinking if that was something he was going for, he would have cast the same woman because he worked with her so many times. She's even in Lord of the Rings.
Mhm,
She's one of the hobbits who Bilbo is avoiding.
mhm,
I think it's in one of the extended versions
mhm.
Oh,
where
the relation that comes and try and nicks his
yes,
spoons and that.
is it
Yeah, yeah.
Bagshaw Baggins?
I'm just looking back. I can't remember.
I think it's a Bagshaw Baggins who he's
Something
trying
like
to avoid, and the woman in it, she is the mother from Brain Dead. And I was thinking to myself, if he was gonna go down that route, he would have just used her. But there was so many I just when she walked into the room, all I could hear was Lionel, your mom ate my dog.
Yeah.
The fucking film is fantastic, by the way.
that might be why there's a dead dog, a ghost dog as well.
But
Yeah, I
this
like
is
the ghost dog.
Oh, well, this is what Ant said to us when we first watched it. He was like, I can't believe you've not seen this, but you've seen Brain Dead.
Yeah.
I was like, well, yeah. It's a gushy gore fest.
One thing is as well, I didn't, well, I noticed it in this movie, but because trying to get my words out now, in a lot of ghost movies or like death, there's always like a kind of law when it comes to it, and this one kind of changes a little bit of the law where normally a ghost can't pass if they've got unfinished business.
Right, yeah, yeah.
So that's basically known in movies, or what they say is how if you talk to Derek Okora and Sam, that's the reasons why.
You'll not be
Um
talking to him now, he's dead.
yeah, he's still got unfinished business, but yeah. This one, it kind of changed. I think you kind of get a choice. It's either when the light happens, you can either follow the tunnel or stay in the real world. And Michael J. Fox says to Reyes, "Get well. Remember, in a year's time, when you get that chance again, you take it up, or you can't take it again."
Mm.
Okay.
I was like, all right, and so
So,
it's kind of like changing the law of like death and stuff. Cause I've never
oh,
heard that before as well.
no, no. And would you? Would you take the light or would you stay on Earth?
It depends how I died. If I died tomorrow, I'd probably stay on Earth just to torment you fuckers. But
Oh, I want to torment.
just every say Anth like tries to walk out the door, you like shut the door on him and stuff. Say nope, not leaving the house.
No, not today.
But and again, another change to like ghost law. I like that ghost law. Normally, if you die in a property or die in an area, that's where you would hunt. But these ghosts seem to go anywhere they want. There's no
Good.
restrictions.
Good. We have had this conversation on Monsters before. It is absolutely ridiculous to think that our loved ones are just going to hang around us. Like, Jesus Christ, they have this whole world to explore. Do you really think that they're just going to sit with you and like, oh, they're there. Like, fuck off. Go and be free, ghosts.
That's why I would stay as a ghost, because I would just want to be float about and see what's around.
See the
Yeah,
world.
exactly.
Go
Why
traveling.
would you what exactly?
Go to
Why
the
would
bottom
you
of the
want to
sea.
sit in the same place
Well,
that you have been for how many
yeah.
years? You know, no, go and be free.
Right.
Yeah.
I know. I bet Sammy would probably go to a graveyard in Paris just to be like, oh well, what?
Oh,
How is
what's
it
here?
over here? Oh,
What's oh, who's sitting around here? There's some famous faces. Oh yeah. Oh my God, no, I'd go to Hollywood. I'd go to the Hollywood Forever Cemetery and just have a
for
wander around.
for
See who
anyone
I could meet.
anyone that was listening at home, that was Sammy having a little bit of a nerdgasm there at thinking
Yeah.
about going to a Hollywood ghost graveyard as a ghost.
yeah.
Yes. It's the dream. It's the dream. Do you know how many famous people are there?
Right. So we'll make
But
sure. So in your end
with
of
my
life plan, can we write in that you before you die, you have to be taken to Hollywood to a graveyard to make sure you pass there, just in case that rule
just in
states.
case.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely, 100%. I will fucking I'll just haunt you if you don't do it. To be honest, yeah. But then my logic goes out the window. Or I'm like, go be free. Like, why would they go and sit at the graveyard? Like, come on, like
Yeah. Yeah.
they're not going to sit around there. I mean, but they might come back to like to just chill out for a bit. What the fuck am I talking about?
I
They,
don't know,
they
but
can die as
I'm,
well.
talk-
this
I'm,
is good podcast material.
I'm
Don't
talking
stop.
about like I'm talking about ghost logic here of but they're not just gonna knock around the graveyard, are they?
No, but
But they could come back for like a cheeky rest, like, oh, I've had enough traveling for today. I'm just gonna chill on my grave for a bit.
but how fast can you fly as a ghost though as well? Do you have like a
It's
speed limit or?
But you can go
well,
in a
that's
car.
it.
Yeah, but you kind of gonna cross the ocean in a car. Do you have to get out the car,
Or do you
go
just
in an
imagine that you're
airplane?
there?
Go on an airplane, yeah.
I know, but
Airplane to
where's the fun in
Hollywood.
that? If you could fly, why would they just like do? That was my impression of flying as a ghost.
Do you not just imagine like I'm there and I go? Or
With there,
is it the case
so
of
has ghosts got like super powers, like transport powers now?
Well, we're
It's
talking
Sammy's
about the.
ghost law. She can do what she wants.
I'm
Right.
trying to figure this out because then if we can't travel, we are literally stuck in the same place forever. That's so fucking boring.
I know, but as I said,
Mm.
because if you like what was happening in the Frighteners, if they got a shock, they would fall through things. So if you're on a plane and you shit yourself, and then you fall through the
Turbulence.
turbulence, and you fall through the plane, and then you become like not as solid, shall we say, and just go through the plane, and you fall out, and like, oh shit, I'm falling
Yeah.
over some kind of ocean. Then you're stuck at the bottom of the ocean doing
and
a
the
Jack
worst thing,
Sparrow with ship and stuff.
I'm not being a ghost and fucking traveling either. Like the the time that you've got to like take between getting on the aeroplane, getting the the aeroplane going off and landing. I'm not like come on, I'm a ghost.
But you've got
You don't
eternity
have.
to wait. So, like I say, a flight might be like an
I'm
hour's
still
flight might be
really
like
fucking impatient. I don't think that's gonna change in the afterlife either.
But what happens if you
You
constantly
don't have
hungry, Sam, and
passport
stuff?
control, you know.
I've still got to
You're
wait
not
for
waiting in
every
the
fucker
queue.
else. I know, but I've still got to wait for every fucker else to sit down before it takes off.
Do you think there's a ghost queue as well? Like, it's like there's two
Well,
different
fuck
queues.
that. I will be fucking raging.
Chris is like, what's happening? I don't even know what's going on anymore.
I love this though, because my brain's really hurting thinking about it all. Because I just don't. Ah,
I've started some
no.
of this ghost law now. I know we're gonna have to try and like establish or like the boundaries.
Do you know who we need to speak to? Yvette Fielding.
Yvette Fielding. Let's see what.
Yeah.
Yvette, can you give us some lowdown on ghost law? Because
Yeah.
because you know what Yvette's going to talk about. It's going to be energy and how energy is stored and all that shit. I didn't want to know about that shit. I want to know about these ghosts that's in the Frighteners. That
Get Alan Robson on.
Alan Robson. You're mates with him.
Alan Robson.
You're mates with him, Chris.
Shut up, you're friends with Alan Robson.
No, he accepted my friend request on Facebook as well as many other people.
Still though. I used to listen to Alan Robson all the time.
So when he used to do his ghost hunt at Cheltenham Castle, I used to stay up and.
Did you listen to the one where the feet cut out when he was
Yes.
in the? I was coming back from it was a Thursday night, being out in the town, and I was coming back on the last bus home, and I'm walking through past Shiny College. You know where I live, so you know that road that I'm walking down.
Mm-hmm.
And there's nothing there apart from a massive field. I'm listening to Alan Robson on me Walkman, and the feed cut out.
Even though Sammy's saying Walkman, it's a posh Walkman if it's got the radio on. It's not just a tape player; it's got a radio on. So it's
got
a
a radio
one.
It was to be honest, it was probably a CD player. I used to have one rammed in the back of my pocket all the time. But no, we walking down there, and then all of a sudden the feed just cuts out because he's in the back. You know, have you been to Cheltenham Castle before?
Yeah.
So do you know where the back part is? And it's got the marshland and the story there of the soldiers, the Scottish soldiers being trapped under the water and that because they've laid out traps. He's round that area and he gets freaked out by something and he runs away. And as he runs away, the feed just cuts. Dead radio air. It is fantastic. I'm walking down like Success Road, shit in my pants.
Oh, we should do an episode like that where we just go out and say, "Oh, spooky stuff's happening," then just cut the feed.
Do you know what I was thinking of the other? Oh, go on.
I used to live around there, and I used to know quite a few people that used to work in Cheltenham Castle, so I can tell you some stories.
Get Chris.
That is so cool.
Tell us the stories as he's walking around.
I so want us to do a most haunted watch along again because they were the funnest. They were so much fun. I know we'll never be able to do Ghost Watch or be able to recreate the brilliance of how scared I genuinely was when we were watching that.
I think we are planning on doing a watch along. So anyone's listening, if you want to join our Discord, we are planning on doing a watch along one Saturday night for Ghost Watch coming up in the next few weeks. I think on the 18th, I said, because Nick's out on the night. My wife is going out. So I'm going to be home alone, so I might do a watch along on the Discord.
That would be.
Are you going to put some talcum powder with ping pong balls in the middle of that in your spare room?
Yeah.
Isn't that what scared me?
I don't know what. No, it was Craig Charles jumping out of a cupboard. Going boo.
It is. If you can actually catch that moment, it's on TikTok. And it's that the scream is that loud, my microphone doesn't pick it up. But what it does pick up is Jake and Paul laughing at me.
Yeah. It's good times. Good times.
It was good, and we did a most haunted watch along as well. That was brilliant. I think they're fun. They're so much fun.
Just
Yeah.
YouTube takes them down every so often. But yeah.
Damn you, YouTube.
Yeah, so
It's Sam's doing that.
definitely.
Not me.
Not the evil Sam.
Not me. It's Derek Akora's Sam, not me.
But yeah. No, but like I say, come back to the
Sam, we're
Frighteners
getting a
as well.
copyright.
I haven't had one of them for a while. Oh, actually, we have. Last time Top Grumps was on.
Oops.
Whoopsie. The amount of emails I get from Top Grumps. Your video cannot be monetized. Don't worry, it has been banned from Russia. Don't know why. It's always Russia.
The Russians don't like you.
No, not.
But yeah.
No.
Don't.
So I'm glad this
Why?
is a cult classic, but I do think the Frighteners does deserve a little bit more joy. And again, if it's probably got an anniversary. So what's it? 1996. So it's probably coming up to what's that?
I did not come here for maths.
So 1996 30-year anniversary next year. Is that right?
Oh, really? Well, yeah, it will be.
Yes. So with the 30-year
Fuck, I feel
anniversary,
old.
that could either, like, say, if it gets a remastered or like a cinema release, it could be an interesting one. Might be a thing for the fans to send an email or send a message out to Peter Jackson, say, if you've bored a day now, do something with the Frighteners, get that the love and the joy that it needs there. Stop messing about with the Hobbit films. We're sick of them.
Is he
of
still
agree.
pissing around with them?
I don't know.
I still to this day have not seen the last one. I'm not a fan of The Hobbit. Sorry.
Never. I
You've never
agree
seen
with
the
you
last
there.
one?
Yeah, not bothered. Read the book, so
I haven't even read the book.
I read the one book, not the 3 films. But anyway,
but stuff
Fucking
added
hell,
in.
Chris.
That's
I didn't think I would come from you.
That's what I like to hear. But yes, so
I've read
Sammy,
the one book.
Sammy, what's
Yes.
happening tomorrow?
Can't remember.
It's a double feature.
Oh, thank you so much. I genuinely couldn't remember there. Yes, tomorrow we're back with a double feature on the Monsters Up North podcast. We are doing the 1950s and 2000s House of Wax.
Ooh.
Paris Hilton.
Ooh.
And Vincent
Watch
Price.
Paris die. Yes, yes. We actually talked more about the 50s one than I thought we were going to. It's a really good watch, and
it's a good film.
It's a really good film.
Mm.
So yes, double feature, 2 movies. Yeah.
So that comes out at 10 o'clock tomorrow morning.
Thank you. My brain's gone to
Mm.
complete mush.
What's happening on Top Grumps?
Right. So it's my pick this week. And I saw a clip of a film called House. It's in the 60s or something, where there was a woman, his severed head came out of a well and bit someone else on the bum. So I thought we'll have to review that. So
Obviously.
we're doing House or Houseu, because it's Japanese,
Right.
on Tuesday, 8 o'clock on Top Grumps.
Cool. And I
That was
believe
a better promotion than mine.
That's fine. Friday we've got Anime Club.
Yeah, Anime Club, we're doing Hell's Ultimate because we're doing spooky films and series. So we're continuing we did Vampire Hunter D last Friday. So we're doing another vampire,
in
Hell's Ultimate.
My aunt could not
Alucard.
understand. Aunt could not understand why you asked me to come on that. He went, 1, you didn't like anime, and 2, you didn't like vampires. I was like, I know, but still.
I just want you to say it's bad.
I did honestly. If I had more time, I would have, but I just genuinely didn't. So I'm so sorry.
Fine.
We are.
You said
back...
you were washing your hair.
Did I? No, I did that yesterday. So lies. We are back with the countdown to Doomsday. Is really back this Saturday. We weren't the last week because it's Spider-Man.
It's
a genuine.
It's the one I got death threats on. So yes.
No, it's not. It's not.
No, it's not.
No, it's not. We're not there yet. No, we're not there yet. We were talking about that on an episode where we're like, where are we? We need to figure out where nuns started to come into play. And I was like, I know exactly which movie that was.
One where people give us death threats. That was a fun one.
Yeah, that was awful. But yeah, Countdown to Doomsday will definitely be back this Saturday. And then we are back on Sunday. And we are doing...
possession movies. So we're doing talking about our favorite possession movies from The Exorcism of Emily Rose, The Exorcist, even potentially Poltergeist can be classed as a possession movie, I guess. There's spooky things
like
going on.
I like Lizard Licks Tone.
What?
Lizard
Licks Tone. They do loads of truck repossessions and stuff.
All right. Chris won't be on that episode. So yeah.
Sorry, my phone just fell and I freaked out.
It's fine. It's possessed. She's possessed by a phone.
You would actually see my soul leave my body there. Jesus Christ.
But yeah, the only thing
I'll
that
give
is
you
well for next weekend to keep an eye on all of the Nerdy Up North socials and YouTube and Instagram, because we will be posting quite a bit of content out, because we have been given press access to Grimfest, a festival in Manchester for all the horror movies. Again, there's so much for us to cover with this. We've had to be a little bit selective because there were short movies that we had the chance to interview people, but we just didn't have the time. So we've got 8 movies that we're reviewing. Chris is reviewing 2. Me and Sammy's doing 2 each and 1 together. And we've got the wonderful Lee doing a film called Itch, which is going to be quite interesting. So there's a lot of stuff going to be coming out over the next few things. There'll be written reviews, there'll be video reviews. Just basically, if you see them, give us a like, give them a share.
Give them a thumbs up, whatever.
Yes.
But yeah. Oh, sorry.
No, I was good. That's it. I've got.
Oh, I was just going to thank everyone who stuck around in the chat tonight. Thank you for staying and watching us and, really listening to our ghost lore. If you're new, hi. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you don't miss anything from Nerdy Up North and its associates. The audio for this episode and Monsters Up North are available on a Monday evening because that's when I do it.
Oh, I forgot as well. I think we've got Jake and Becca's Power Ranger thing on Thursday as well.
Oh shit! Yes,
it's Morphin Time.
It's Morphin Time starts on Thursday, where Becca and Jake are going to be breaking down the Power Rangers. If you're Power Rangers fans, you are going to absolutely love it.
So we've got a lot of shit.
We've got a lot of shit. Got a lot of stuff coming out. And I'm sure your nerdy hearts will be able to find anything that you want.
Yes.
Yeah, just saying.
Bless. But yeah, thank you everyone for supporting. Thank you everyone for having fun. This has been a blast. I want to do more stuff with Ghost Lore now. It's the way.
Yeah. I want to explore this more. I feel like we should become. Oh my god, are we going to become paranormal investigators? Is that what's going to happen?
Do that. I've got access to spooky places.
I know, but Lee's basement isn't spooky, it's just wrong. But yeah.
It is when you see it.
So same bat time, same bat channel.
Stay nerdy, everyone. Bye.
Bye.